Alrighty, hello friends, how are we doing? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that it is Thursday. Yes, Thursday today. Oh my gosh, the week has flown by. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it just, yeah, has gone by in a flash. Hello, Alex. Alex is dropping in with their reminder to make sure the chat is in live mode, everybody, so that you don't miss out on any comments from any of our friends. Thank you for that, Alex. Hi, Savannah. Welcome in. Hi, Iz. Yes, what is everyone working on today? I'm going to be continuing to transfer over my notes from my red pen edit into my digital copy of my manuscript because I'm going on vacation soon and I want everything to kind of be in one place. And then I'll be sorting through some of the feedback as I go. I have like a little Excel spreadsheet I'm making with certain aspects of the feedback in particular. And then oh, and then the other thing is I want to try to work on my maps, but I don't know that I'll get to that tonight, but I do want to work on maps so that I'm as prepared as possible when I go on my trip to kind of do everything from my laptop, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm working on, but everyone else feel free to sound off in the comments as to what you're working on. Alex is finishing up some pant alterations and then heading to their laptop to vibe in the stream. Nice. We'd love to see that, Alex. Also, pant alterations, how cool. I swear everyone in the chat of the TTWG is always so, like, you guys are so talented. Hello, Ozzy. Hi, Jen. Hi, Ian. Hi, Becca. Hi, Wheelie Gal. Hi, Christina. As he said, I'm so happy that it's night. I had my English Keystone this morning and I'm so glad to be back into my fictional world. Yes, it is such a relief at the end of the day. Like, this is why I like doing the evening streams too, is because it's nice at the end of the day to dive into yeah, your fictional world, or like something that makes you feel like you're making progress beyond just like your workday, or in my case, you know, my schoolwork. It's kind of nice to invest in something that is purely driven by myself, or like driven by yourself, you know. Nobody's forcing you to do it. It's something you really want to do, you know, for yourself. So yeah, it really kind of refills your cup, you know. Let's see. Becca said, I'm working on my chapter of a book I'm co-writing. Ooh, co-writing. That sounds really cool, Becca. I've always thought that's so interesting how people do that. Like, I have such respect for people who can co-write. I feel like that would take so much planning and organization, but be so fun at the same time, because you're kind of able to bounce ideas off of each other in real time. That's really cool. I mean, I'm assuming that you're doing it together in real time. I don't know how co-writing works fully, but that sounds really neat. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome in. Is said, I'm hoping I can get to 30K tonight. I'm like 1K away. Is at your pace, you're gonna hit that in like the first sprint. Okay, you got this. So everyone prepare yourselves mentally that there will probably be a dance party in the cards tonight. So prepare yourselves. Start thinking about what kind of emojis you're gonna spam the chat with. Wheelie Gal said, one of my 43 novels. I just don't know which one my brain is pulling me into. Oh, which one? My brain is pulling me into one I wasn't expecting to do. 43 novels. Oh my gosh. I don't know that I could even write 43 novels in my entire lifetime. I've been working on this one for like, I don't know, a year and a half or something. And I still feel like I'm just, I don't know, still chiseling away at like the top layer of it. So congrats, Wheelie Gal. That's huge. Hi, Innocent Hedgehog. Innocent Hedgehog said, I'll probably be reading tonight. Nice. We love a good reading sprint. Nothing wrong with that at all. Jen said, I have one chapter to revise and then moving on to Act 4 dev edits. Ooh, Act 4 dev edits should be fun though. Like, the ending of the book to me is always, you know, the most fun. So, Ian said, I'm listening back to my draft in order to fix typos. Ooh, that's cool. That's a neat idea. Savannah's going to be crocheting a blanket and then doing some journaling. Ooh, that sounds fun, Savannah. That sounds really cozy. As he said, oh, by the way, my Keystone is a state test that you have to take in Pennsylvania as a high schooler. It only took me 2.5 hours to do it. I had 5 hours to do it. I was actually one of the last people that finished. Oh, wow. Okay, so you must have been in a pretty proficient group that was able to kind of speed through it. That's really cool. Yeah, I did not know what a Keystone was. I assumed it was some sort of standardized test, but it's nice to have it confirmed for sure. Thank you for sharing, Ozzy. Ian said, we do love a dance party. I love a dance party. They're a fun time, you know? We get to celebrate together. The gal said, I already have 5 published. Oh my gosh. You know, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't even imagine having 5 published. Like, the amount of work that would take. That's huge. Congrats, Wheelie Gal. Becca said, it's so fun. I love reading what my co-writer writes, and it immediately makes me want to jump into my chapter. It's almost like a storytelling conversation. That's really cool. You know what this almost makes me think of is like, and I hope you don't take this at all, Becca, as me like minimizing what you're doing, because this is obviously like a much, much simpler version of what I think you're explaining. But like, did you guys ever do back in the day where someone would like on one sheet of paper, back in like grade school, where someone would write like one sentence and then you would pass the paper to a classmate and they would add a sentence, and then you'd pass it to another classmate and they would add a sentence? It almost sounds like that, except you're like ping ponging back and forth with different chapters. That's really cool. What a cool, like, even just writing exercise in general, even if you weren't going to turn it into a book, like, that sounds so fun. Wow, very cool. Christina said, I'm going to read a bit and then hopefully get back into my revision restructuring thing I'm doing. Nice. Christina, I feel like you and I are on a very similar, like, we're at a very similar milestone point right now, I think. Although I think you're further into your story, but we're both in that like revision moment, that dev edit kind of moment. I think. Although, are you past dev edits? I think you might be. Christina said, it's been raining all day here, so I'm deaf in some cozy writing vibes. Yeah, it hasn't been raining. Whoa. It's so funny. I say that and I have my like blinds open. I look over, it's pouring rain. I was just about to say, hasn't been raining here today yet, but we were supposed to get some later tonight, but I guess it started a little early. Started about an hour earlier than I thought. Ozzy said, yep, I didn't get my score till, or I don't get my score till next fall. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's frustrating. Then I got to take 2 next year for biology and algebra. Ooh, bio and algebra is going to be, that sounds hard. But you've got this. Listen, if you're the type of person that's applying yourself in this way outside of classes, I think you'll be just fine. Christina said, we did do that. I hated it low key, which is why I write my own stuff. Yeah, I feel like it would be hard, but I can see how if you found the right partner, I think it could be really fun. I think it would really depend on who you like do it with, you know, as someone who's never done it before. That's my outsider take would be, if you just have the right partner, I think it could be a really fun time. Wheelie Owl said, since I have so many projects, I need long spreads. Come on, long spreads. Listen, we'll see what happens with the wheel. It's in flux mode. And last time we got a doom, so it could totally happen again. Becca said, that's exactly what it's like. Okay, I feel so relieved to have made that comparison, because I was like, I hope this isn't oversimplifying. But and then she said, I used to do that in high school with fantasy romances with my friend. Oh, very cool. She'd write a section, then pass it to me, and I'd write a section. I love the process so much. Yeah, it sounds like that would be really a fun time. I can't imagine doing it for a book just because of the amount of work that would go into it. Like, I personally just can't imagine doing it, but like, I would love to do it. I think it's really cool. I just can't picture even what that would feel like to put that much work in with someone else. But like, how cool too. Okay, this is me just like daydreaming for a second. How cool would it be if you write a book with your friend, right? You like co-write, even if it's not a friend, even if it's just another writer that you get along with really well, right? And the book like did really well, and then you get to go speak on panels. You guys know I love the daydreams of us like running into each other on panels and stuff in the future, you know? But you could go like write on or speak on panels, and you'd have a built-in like friend there with you from the get-go. Like, that'd just be so cool. and you get to experience that with someone that like you have so much trust in, and like you're already comfortable with them, and they get to like navigate that experience with you. That's really cool. Hi Rachel, welcome in. Ian said we did that ping pong thing with typewriters back to back. Ooh, every 5 minutes myself and my friend would swap places and keep writing from where the other left off. We called them switcheroos. I like the name too, switcheroos. That sounds fun. Now I'm starting to think I may have to add this to my live stream doc. It'd be so fun to do a stream with like 3 other guests where we like pass a document, or we have like a shared Google Doc and pass it in real time and write one in real time, like a short story or something. That'd be really kind of fun. I may have to add it to the doc, and y'all know once it's in the idea doc, it's only a matter of time. But that just sounds really neat. Ozzy said, I'm actually co-writing another book, and the way it's going, it's multiple POVs. So one person writes one POV, and then the other person writes another POV, and so on and so forth. Wow, that would actually be genius, because you would inherently each have different voices. Becca, is yours 2 different POVs? You'd be surprised it's not as hard as you think. Hey, don't tempt me with a good time. Now I'm sitting here going, maybe for a future book, I need to experiment with this, but I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me. I'd be a little nervous that I would drop the ball or something, you know, and then the other person, I'd be to blame if it, like, I don't know, wasn't as good as the other person imagined. I probably have too much anxiety to do it, but it sounds really, really fun in theory. Ozzy said, I was so sleepy during that test, I had to ask to go to the bathroom twice and just like silently yelled at myself that I could not fall asleep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been there. Standardized tests are pretty intense. Like I said, you outline the story thoroughly, but leave a little pantsing open for character development, so you know story-wise what your co-writer is writing. But it's always a surprise getting their chapter. See, that I could hang with, I feel like, if you had an outline that you both agreed on ahead of time. Then I'd feel a little bit like my anxiety would lift a bit, you know? That's pretty cool. I'm so glad, like, to have such talented people in the chat. This is one of the things I love about these streams, is I feel like I get to learn so much about writing just from everyone in the chat and everyone's own like diverse experiences and projects and stuff in the chat. And I mean, I'm sure there's other ways to meet writers like this, but this is just so nice for me, you know? Because I would have never really even considered writing with someone else, but it's really cool to get like the inside scoop and learn a little bit about it, you know? Maybe like a couple docs for the popcorn, and you can't look at the other doc until, yeah. Couple docs for, yeah. Are you talking about popcorn where you like, you pass it, like back in grade school, you would say popcorn and you had to pass it? Because we did that, but we did it with reading. A couple docs for, okay, that makes sense. That's genius. That is genius. I don't know why I never considered that. Even from the get-go, when you said you were writing, like co-writing with someone, I never considered like you would each have a POV. That's so smart. Oh, that sounds so cool. I can't wait to like hopefully read it when it's done, if you guys put it out, Becca, because that sounds really neat. JK said, hello everyone, happy Thursday. What are you guys working on writing wise? Yeah, everyone feel free to drop what you're working on. I think some people shared higher up, JK, so feel free to scroll, but I think some people are probably still coming in. Would love to co-write, but you'd really need, yeah, I feel like that would be the trickiest part. The more I'm learning about it would be like finding the right partner. Experiment with writing, have fun, do it. I just think it'd be fun to do like a goofy short one on a stream one time, you know? Hi Beth, welcome in. And yes, you're perfect timing, because we're going to go over to the wheel very soon here. Rachel Catherine said, I tried to co-write once and we had completely different writing styles. I'm such a type, yeah, I'm pretty type A too. I mean, you guys saw my like diagram that I made of my drift wings for my story. Like and you know, my outline is crazy. So I'm fairly type A too, but I think if I found the right person, it could be a fun time. Becca said, and you tell each other, this is a rough draft. Don't judge. We can always edit. That's true. That's good that you guys like ground each other, you know? That sounds like a very healthy working relationship, you know? That sounds awesome. Ozzy said, the way me and my co-author are doing is that we have a plot. We know how it's going to start, but we have no idea how it will end. So we're just figuring it out as we go along. Nice. Okay, so you're taking a bit of a different approach. That's cool. We did popcorn too. I love reading, but I hated when we did. Oh, I loved it. Although I have to tell you, my teachers hated it because, okay, myself and this girl, Sam, we were friends. We played soccer together and we were really competitive, but in a very fun way, like a very healthy way. But whenever we got to popcorn, we would just popcorn to each other back and forth, and we would race to see who could read the fastest. And it drove our teachers up the wall. My science teacher in particular in middle school, I just remember her. She was not happy whenever we did that. But Rich Catherine said, I'm working on draft 2 of my contemporary romance. It's all confidential. Ooh, love a good secret project. Becca said, I co-wrote a book series with an author that was drastically different from my writing, but it ended up working out well since her MC was a fiction listener. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Ozzy said, I'm going to work on my book and then working by myself. Wait, I'm going to work on my book that I'm working on by myself for the first sprint, and then I'm going to write another chapter for my other book with my co-writer during the second sprint. Nice. Yes, Iz is totally going to hit 30K. Iz is doing a co-write too. Is there a whole secret society of co-writers that I don't know about? Where are you all meeting up? Okay, I need to know, because this is so cool. You guys have been keeping this a secret from me. Different POVs as well makes it feel more personal since we plotted our characters a bit separate so they have more depth. Wow. Very cool. I always learn new stuff from you guys. Let's see. Mix of type A, type B, make a plan in my head, and then I'll be silently freaking out. My family were ruining my mental plan that no one knew about. Yeah. Natalie, sup girl? Long time no see. Just kidding. I saw Natalie earlier. We were writing together earlier. So good to see you, friend. Yeah. I feel like, again, I mean, what I'm deducing from the chat is you kind of have to have the right person. Hi, Radiantly Mars. Hi, Bree. All right, we're going over to the wheel. All right, guys. JK's working on chapter 26 of Project Sugar and Spice. Love that. Currently writing the scene where they head into the location. Ooh, fun. Called the co-writers that no one knows about. Yeah, we need a secret. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. Does it really? Oh, I think I must max it out. That's funny. My bad. Okay. I'm going to take us over to the wheel because I feel like I've been yapping too much, and that's on me. All right, let's get over to the wheel. Now, remember, tonight the wheel is in Flux. So for anyone that is new, I'm going to refresh it because I don't know why it always puts the center off to the side, but whatever. Okay, for anyone that's new, for any increment of time that we land on, after we complete that sprint, that sliver of the pie will be converted to a Wheel of Doom sliver. Okay, so the odds for getting Wheel of Doom increase exponentially with each sprint that we knock out. Okay, now we could also hit Wheel of Doom right off the bat. We did hit the thin sliver before last time. Okay, so it can happen. We've actually hit that thin sliver twice in a row before on one of my streams. So really anything is in play. But what you want to do is take the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and then I will fetch you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. I'm going to pull the wheel up on my end here just to have it at the ready. Okay. All right. If you have not dropped your guess in the chat yet, you have about 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, 40. Cute. I can hang with a 40. I can do a 40. All right, let's see who got it, if anybody. Let's see. Oh, Beth got it. I was just about to say nobody got it. I was going to say Becca got close and Wheelie Gal got close, but Beth did in fact get it. Okay, you guys know what to do. Y'all know the drill. I'm going to get you your trophy, Beth. Sit tight. Okay, I have to make a correction, ladies and gents. I've made a horrible error. Beth got it. That was correct. But Natalie Jane Shields also got it. Okay, I'm so sorry, Natalie. I got a little lost in the sauce there and didn't catch it, but Natalie did get it as well. So that trophy is in your honor as well, Natalie. Let's see. Please accept my sincerest apologies, Natalie. I know. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Appreciate it. Okay. And then let me see. I think I missed... Let's see. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything up here that was too serious. Oh, Bree said also, to promote stuff in here, my dad is the president of a writing group called Pen Writers, if anyone's interested. Very cool. Where is the writing group hosted through, Bree? Okay. I think I'm caught up, though. All right. Let me get 40 minutes queued up here. And we will get it poppin'. All right. I have 40 minutes on the clock. And I wish everyone the best of luck. Oh, it's on Facebook, and they have a website. It's virtual. Very cool. It's called the Pen Writers. Very neat. Thank you for sharing, Bree. Okay. That being said, I have 40 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side of 40. Here we go. Okay, we are back. I am literally half a page from being at chapter 8. And it's killing me to be this close and not finished. But I was like, don't rush through it because you don't want to miss something, you know. But anyways, so yeah, that puts me up to page 133 as of now. But how did you all do? Let's see. Let me pop over here. Jen said, had the weirdest daydreams, and I've been in a fugue state for 2 years, thinking I was writing a book. And when I came out of it, I had 400 pages of nonsense. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Bree said, read about 2 chapters, and then the cutest cat came up to me, like cuddles when I can relate to that. Because Walt was following me around like the whole sprint. Natalie got 180 words. That sprint felt like bleeding out on my keyboard. Oh my gosh. Do you mean because it felt like a struggle, like to motivate, you know, to find the motivation to write? Or were you writing like an incredibly heart-wrenching scene? That's the question. Thank you, Wheelie Gal. Rachel said, I don't know how many words I revised on my second chapter, but the last line was, "And Ren." By the sour pout on her lips. Oh, wait. "And Ren." By the sour pout on her lips, she was attempting to hide her disbelief. Oof. Attempting to hide her disbelief. What just happened, Rachel? Sounds like something pretty shocking happened. Hi, Sweb. Sweb said, I joined late last day of school for my kids, but I wrote 143 words. Ooh, that's awesome. 143 words. Wow. That's good. That's great progress. Ian said, I tweaked some things, emptied the pool filter, tweaked some more things. All good. Yeah, I did see up here, you said something about someone put a plastic bag in your pool filter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sucks. That's not cool. I'm glad you were able to clean it out and fix it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My goodness. Okay, Natalie said, it's just a really difficult chapter. Gotcha. I feel ya. Listen, I always gotta check, because between you and Taylor, I feel like, you know, at least when I write with her, she likes to twist that knife hard. And I was like, maybe Natalie does the same. I don't know. That said, got dinner in the oven and chatted with my kid and her cousin that are spending the night. Oh, that's so fun, Beth. How cozy. That's so sweet. Is finished dishes, got herself a drink and wrote about 300 words. Also figured out how to make her own hot cocoa mix and tried it out. Nice. Is I'm actually going to pop the timer up here for us just to keep us on track. We're going to do a 5-minute break just to stay productive. And then I'm going to give us one of our butterflies too. I want to make sure not to forget that. Okay. Let's see. Ozzy said, for the first 15 minutes, I was tired, so I blasted some Paramore. Oh, I haven't listened to Paramore or My Chemical Romance in a long time. Then outlined 5 more chapters. The conflict is rising. Nice, Ozzy. Is said, the queen, is shared a line. The queen walks up to me, her nails digging into my chin as she lifts it. Then she tips my head to the side, showing me a massive machine. That, my servant, is what will be used to give me... To give what is? I know it's coming, but where is it? I need to know. I'll catch it in a minute. Lizzie said, I reached the 50% mark of The Spirit Bares Its Teeth by Andrew Joseph White. I'm really enjoying it, but it's scary in a this could happen in real life kind of way. Those are the most terrifying books and movies, period. When it feels like it could potentially happen in real life. Oh my gosh. But congrats on reaching the 50% mark, Lizzie. Oh, that's so cool, Sweb. Yes, for those that don't know, Natalie Jane Shields and Taylor Ann Wright stream on Mondays at, I know it's 1 p.m. Eastern time for me, but I don't know what that is for your all's time zones. But if you go to either of their channels, because they alternate, it should list the time in your time zone. So definitely check it out if you're looking for some additional sprints during the week. Rachel Catherine said, not going to spoil too much, but main character sister is not happy to see her brother-in-law. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, thank you guys. I don't know how many words I've written. I'm just so close to finishing. Literally 2 more paragraphs to the end of Act 1. Dude, Star Bunny, next sprint, you got this. You're gonna kill it. Act 1 is toast. I'm calling it now. Okay, this was is line continued. So it said, that, my servant, is what will be used to give me back power, and it will kill everyone with the dark blood your people bleed. I thought she was done till she leaned down. Prepare for your worst nightmare to come alive. Oh my gosh, I feel like this needs to be followed with like a pipe organ being like dun dun dun, and not sarcastically. It genuinely sounds terrifying in a good way. Is Jen spent the whole sprint researching songs for a new chapter title. Ooh, love that. I've started thinking about chapter titles. I know I shouldn't. I have no business, but I have started thinking about it as well. It's fun time. Wheelie Gal said, I'm pulling words out of me too. I understand. Natalie's keeping track of everyone's progress for Monday. Oh, yep. Better do it, Ian. Gaining readers. I have about 77 readers. I got it in mid-March. Ooh, nice, Ozzy. Oh, Natalie shared a last sentence. As if I conjured him by sheer thought, I think I see him in the crowd. That's pretty damn good, Natalie. I like that. Very cool. You know what it almost made me think of is like, and I mean this as a compliment. I mean it as a compliment. Okay. And I have not watched these movies in forever, but in Twilight, when Bella is in Italy, right? And she like sees Edward through the crowd, you know, God, I really need to rewatch those movies. But that's what I'm picturing, where he's like about to walk out into the sunlight, right? And reveal himself as a vampire. And she like stands up on, I think, a waterfall or something, or water fountain, and sees him from across the courtyard. But that's what I'm picturing. And I mean that as a compliment. I really do. Star Bunny said, here's some words. Her mind screaming at her to hold on, to stop before she goes too far, too deep, from becoming the helpless little girl left to hold the pieces of a broken family together. Oh, that got me in the heart. And you know what this makes me think of is the song Family Portrait, I think is what it's called, by Pink. Oh my gosh. Killer song. But that was great, Star Bunny. Thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, people are killing it. Oh, there we go. Rachel Catherine with the conversions. We love to see it. Get to it. Yeah, that's teamwork right there. Ozzy said, my goals changed for the next sprint. I want to finish plotting out like the beginning and get to where she gets to the magic school. It's possible not in 20 minutes, though. We'll probably get more than 20 minutes. We'll see what happens, but keep it on track. Listen, Natalie knows how to keep people on track. She does know how to do that. She's very good at that. So I'm glad you all are embracing it and using it as good motivation, you know? Keep chapter titles for my book. I think I'm going to keep chapter titles for mine. I at least want to try. Second part, my characters are going through it. It gets worse. Oh my God, 26 chapters. Man, your characters are really going to go through it. Ozzy said, once I get to the magic part, I add 3 more POVs. I'm so ready for it. And also 3 more POVs. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I'm saying. So it's working. Maybe it's no words written yet, but I have finished washing dishes and warming and eating dinner. Nice, JK. That's great progress. Listen, we love an aggressive encourager. I think a lot of creatives need that. That's all I'll say. And as one such creative, I can say it because I agree. For Project Sugar and Spice by June, July. Oh, you can do that, JK. You got that. All right, let's pop over to the wheel. Oh, wait a minute. Let me refresh here. All right. Now, y'all know what to do. Take about the next 5 seconds to drop your guess into the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. Whatever sliver of the pie we do will then be replaced by a Wheel of Doom sliver. So it's gonna get scary, but we can handle it, right, guys? Oh, Wheelie Gal said, I'm writing the morning crown. Nice. Also, Kaylee. Welcome, Kaylee. Good to see you. Kaylee said, hi, everyone. Joining for a bit before I have to go out. Love the chatty bit and the lines that have been shared. I'm going to write a flash fiction. Ooh, that sounds fun. A flash fiction sounds really cool. Okay. But welcome in, Kaylee. All right. If you have not dropped your guess in the chat, you have 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Cute. Okay. Nice little baby. A little baby sprint. This will be good. Nice little 25. We got this, right, guys? Let's see. I don't see any 25s. Now, Rachel Catherine was close. So was Jade. But nobody got it. You know, nobody hit it right on the nose. Interesting. More often than not, people get them nowadays. So this is almost more of a rarity that someone didn't get it. I'm not deleting these stars. Go, everyone. Hey, we'll take the gold stars for the team. You might get close. You might get close. You can always split it in half. All right, let me get 25 queued up for us, fam. All right, we got it. Negative stars. Oh my gosh. We should come up with something that's like a, what do you call it in sports when you like swing for the ball and you miss? There's a term for it. I don't know. But we'll have to come up with something for when nobody gets it. Actually, that would be pretty fun. But anyways, that being said, I have 25 minutes all queued up and ready to go. I'll see you guys on the other side of 25. Here we go. A strike would be a good one. We could do bowling pins. Wait, is a strike the same thing for like regular sports like soccer and stuff? Oh, strike out. That's baseball. Okay. And I'm thinking strike is bowling. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. Oh, that's kind of cool. The melting smiley. Anyways, let it, you know, you guys just pontificate during this sprint and we'll reconvene on the break. All right. 25 minutes starting now. Okay, everybody, we are back. I am up to page 143. So we're making some progress. Feeling pretty good. But let me close this up real quick and check in with you lovely folk and see how you did. Foul. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to remember what the word is. It might just be with, which isn't very fancy. I'll have to, think on that. Ozzy said, me being Percy Jackson lover just slowly came into one of my chapters accidentally. The story is taking over itself. That was not supposed to happen. It happens. I mean, I thought it wouldn't happen either, and honestly, it happened to me in a couple spots. So I feel like sometimes you gotta let the story guide you, you know? While Ear frets and Piglet hesitates, but Rabbit calculates, Owl pontificates, Pooh just is. What a great quote, Ian. Jade got 475 words that sprint. That's awesome, Jade. 475 is great for a 25er. Also, okay, I'm going to put our timer up, right, and give us our butterfly and everything because I want to make sure I don't forget that. But I have to tell you, I set up the wheel, which I do at the top of every sprint. You know, I set it up for the next time we spin the wheel, and it's looking scary. It's like, hold on, let me show you real quick, actually, and then I'll pop us back over. But look at this. Okay, Walter, hold on. Let me refresh this. Okay, we literally are rocking. Walt, seriously, really, my friend? No. I love you to death, but let's not have cat butt on the mic while mom's trying to stream, okay? Come on, you know better. Okay, so on one side that nearly makes up half the wheel, we have a Wheel of Doom all in a row. Wheel of Doom, 50 minutes. Wheel of Doom, 1 hour. Wheel of Doom. So just saying, if you were wanting a longer sprint, your chances are pretty darn high. But anyways, I'll bring us back over here and I'm gonna change this to a 5-minute break. Because that was a very short last sprint. Bree said that was fast, but did a deep dive into my birth chart and astrology. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, I don't know much about astrology, but if Natalie's still here, she can attest to the fact that Taylor's really into that stuff. Ozzy said I plotted out 8 more chapters. Ooh, that's great work. That's awesome work, Ozzy. Becca got 705 words so far for the stream. That's awesome, Becca. That's great work. We haven't even done, I mean, our sprints have not been that hefty, so that's very respectable. Rachel Catherine revised 55 words and wrote her last line and chilled for the rest of that spread. You know what? Fair. Fair. Jade, also Evelyn, I forgot how many drafts are you playing, Jade? So after this draft is done, this second draft, like once I implement these developmental edits, I'm going to share it with Taylor. And maybe Saoirse. I have not reached out to her yet. But after that, I just have to see, I guess, how they react. I definitely am going to have to do a third draft no matter what. But I will say in this dev edit, as crazy as it's going to sound, I don't feel like I have too many plot point things that I'm altering. It's more so like things like for example, on my to be addressed sheet as an overarching issue. So like these are all things I need to name or rename. But like on my broad to-do list, I only have 5 things so far, and they're pretty small. Like one of them is that I want to come up with, it says need to establish currency system. Like I want to come up with some sort of name for the different coins and stuff and create a currency system, but it will only be mentioned a handful of times in the book, so that's like easy to implement. You know what I mean? So it's more so things like that. There's nothing too huge that's changing. It's a lot of really small things that I'm kind of like fine tuning or catching and fixing. So yeah, after the second draft, I'm going to let at least Taylor read it, and then I'll see how many more I do from there, to be honest. It'll just depend how much more needs to be done to it. And I feel like at the point I'm at now, I don't know that I'm sure there are things I'm missing because I'm too close to the story, you know, and when I let Taylor read it, and maybe Saoirse, you know, depending on how long it takes me to get the second draft done and stuff, they may pick up on bigger things that require me to do a lot more work. You know what I mean? So that may require a lot more than one additional draft post beta. So I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Let's see. But thank you for asking, Jade. Rachel Catherine shared a line. It broke me. Your silence and the... Oh, wait, sorry. It broke me. Your silence and the distance were proof that you don't believe that I'm a priority to you. And I hate that I questioned our marriage. I want to hate you so badly for what you did to me, but I can't because I still love you. My voice began to break. Oh, that's killer, Rachel Catherine. That's awesome, though. Like, very well written. Really took me there, but got me right here. Sweb said, just realized I'm going to have to add another chapter because chapter 32 is already 1,226 words for one scene. You're saying that to the wrong person, because let me tell you, some of my chapters are really long. They're going to get subdivided in this second draft, but all my chapters, and I know you're referring to one scene, but all my chapters are between 3,000 and 4,000 words. So to me, I'm not sure what genre you're writing in, Sweb, but if it's fantasy, I don't have a problem with 1,226 words for one scene, to be honest. I guess you're saying you need to add another chapter just because if you stack it on top of the 1,200 words, it'd be too much, but I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you might be okay. Lizzie said, I, Emerson, read 6% of my book. Very impressed that a horror can have such tender and emotional moments. Oh, I believe it. I don't read a lot of horror or like thriller or anything like that, but I've heard that there's a lot more to it than people kind of give it credit for on the surface. So I believe it 100%. Wrote about 600 that sprint and has about 500 to go until they make it to 30K. Oh, so exciting. We're definitely gonna have a dance party. Bree said, I like it. I'm so sorry, Bree. I don't know what that's in reference to. I think I'm moving too slow. The wheel, maybe. The wheel. Okay. I'm glad you like it. It's gonna get dicey. Yeah. Walter, he's such a goof. Yeah, it's a lot of doom. It is concerning for sure. Is shared a last line. Oh, our timer's done. Okay, I'm going to whip through these so nobody get annoyed. I'm going to whip through them because I want to keep us on track. Okay. Then it's off. The sails opened at the salty ocean breeze takes up away towards the lands of tragedy, where the elves disappear from years ago, bone and diseased. I run my hand along the honey-colored wood, closing my eyes as the waves crash against the ship. This is what freedom is like, isn't it? Woo! Getting Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. We'd love to see it. Doom, I want to finish it, at least let it go. Listen, we'll probably get it. Yeah, he's a goof. No worries, Wheelie Gal. Was so locked in, I forgot about the live Loki jump scare me. Sorry, Savannah. That does happen at times. I apologize. In a world of academics, I didn't typically allow my thoughts to run wild, but sometimes I just wasn't very nice. Ooh. What were they thinking, Sweb? Very interesting. Kaylee said, the sun has set here and it's dark outside now. Do you like writing at night or in daylight better? Oh, I'm a nighttime writer for sure. Between the two. Yeah. Ash pennies. I have a 5,000 word chapter. So okay, I'm glad you feel me, Jade, because yeah, I've got some doozies. I think I have one in here that's like, no joke, almost 12,000. It's gonna get split into 3 parts, but like, it's crazy. That's a super low word count for a chapter. Yeah, thriller pacing type 5. Okay, gotcha. So you just use the @ sign, Kaylee, first, and then their screen name. Some people may have it in their turned off in their settings, so you may not be able to do it to everybody. So if someone's name isn't showing up, they probably just have it turned off in their settings where like they can't be tagged. Oh, nice, Star Bunny. Hope you have a nice dinner. No worries. You guys have to go fast when you're typing. Like, I know you guys are moving fast, so I never judge anyone based on like if there's a typo or something in their comment. Congrats, Star Bunny. Should add that. Oh, it's only half done. Okay, so yeah, that's justified then. Oh, currency. Oh, that's what the ash pennies was. Yeah, I think I have an idea of kind of where I want to go with it, but I like the idea of ash pennies. That's pretty cool. Thank you for that, Wheelie Gal. Okay, anyways, that being said, let's get over to the wheel. All right, y'all know the drill. Take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Just keep in mind, we've got quite a few doozies in a row. Anything is possible. We could still hit the 20-minute, you know? Like, you just never know what'll happen, but it is a bit scary. Now, if we hit Doom or something that's like an hour long, this may potentially be the last sprint if we hit like a real hefty one. So just keep that in mind. All right. If you have not dropped your guess yet, you have about 5 seconds to do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh. Turn on the clickety clicks. Well, what do you know? 2 in a row. This wheel and Flux thing is really kicking me in the hindquarters. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm getting it pulled up. Hold on. Oh my gosh, what a doozy. All right. All right, let's see. So Ozzy got it. Oh my gosh, the one time that a bunch of people don't guess Doom. Wow. Ozzy's the only one that got it. All right, y'all know what to do. Ozzy, I'm getting you a trophy. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, that's so wild, actually, because usually it's like a whole line of people saying Doom. It is pretty funny, isn't it, Christina? And you did not miss it yet, Day. We're going to start it in just a second. We just landed on it. So, yeah, very exciting. All right, let me pop us over there. Okay. I believe we all made it over to Doom safely. Let me just see here real quick. Okay, perf. All right, I'm gonna take us over to the wheel, and y'all know the drill. We're gonna do this whole song and dance all over again, just with a much scarier wheel. All right, let me refresh this puppy. Okay. And look at this. Laura and Anna both made it just in time for the Wheel of Doom. Yep, we just hit it like 10 seconds ago. So great timing, guys. All right. Go ahead and drop those guesses in the chat. Take about 5 seconds or so to do so. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with fire emojis in their honor. Remember that over on this side of the stream, we use fire emojis. And then we'll hop to it. If you have not dropped your guess in the chat yet, you have about 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh my God, that's right on the line. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the last sprint of the night, friends. I don't know if have I ever gotten a 90? I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's see who got it. Okay, a few of you got it. Laura got it. Jen got it. Sweb got it. Beth got it. Christina got it. And Anna got it. And Savannah got it. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you got it. Nice. Okay. The 2 hours is the one that is elusive then. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm going to get it queued up. Walter, would you please? He is like love biting me right now. It's driving me nuts. He just wants to play. I think he's got zoomies. Walt, cut it out, mister. Cut it out. I don't love that sassiness. All right, I'm gonna fix this timer real quick. I gotta expand the timer because it's not even like set up really for a healthy hour and a half. So we're not started yet. So don't go yet. I need to get it fully. Okay. Oh my gosh. I know. RIP to all of us. Yeah, he did do a big job. He's just over here. I don't know. He just wants to play so bad. Poor thing. I will say. He just wants to play, but I'll get to him in 90 minutes, I guess. I'm just teasing. Keep giving the love, Walter. Listen, he'll take that note to heart. Anna said, I'm super late tonight because I had to write a big girl email. Oh, those are the worst. Did it take me an hour to write one paragraph? Yes, it did. I do the same thing where you just like reread it 15 times to make sure you're confident before sending. Totally get it. Yeah, definitely. Congrats. Yeah, hopefully you can finish in this sprint, Ozzy. I have faith. All right, well, guys, I hope you're feeling ready. If we finish this one, we're definitely going to finish with the end screen that's like the we survived thing because we will have earned it. But yeah, I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you in 90 minutes. Godspeed. Here we go. Okay. If you are still here, you survived the Wheel of Doom. Well done, guys. You deserve a round of applause, honestly. I have made it up to chapter 9, page 172. So we're making progress. We're getting there. I really wanted to hit 200 today, but I at least got close. 172 is not like horribly far off, you know? So let me check in with you guys and see how it went for you. Wheelie Gal said, of course I got a lot done on that spread. Yeah, I would hope so, but you know, some people fall victim to, if there's too much time, they actually get more distracted. So very spooky vibes over here for sure. Christina, we did it! Whoop, whoop. Ian's still here. Nice. I'm glad you survived. Anna said, I froze my video editing software for a solid 10 minutes, but made progress otherwise. Oh my gosh. That's the worst. I hope everything made it out okay. I hope you didn't lose anything when that happened. But I'm glad that you guys made it through. I'm so proud of all of you. Honestly, I'm proud of myself because I was starting to get real sleepy at a certain point during that. Christina said, I'm so surprised I got stuff done. Fixed some plot issues in the third quarter, and now I'm on to restructuring the last quarter. That's the finale, baby. LOL, gotta fix this awful ending now. I'm sure it's not awful, Christina. I'm sure you're being dramatic, but even if you are telling the truth, I know you can handle it. You've got this. Beth got 3,622 words transcribed. Wow. Chapter 10 and half of chapter 11. You go, girl. Get it, Beth. We love that. Jen said, I actually spent the whole time thinking through the scene and only got one line just before the sprint ended. That's okay. I really believe that like staring off into space and just kind of brainstorming is genuinely part of the process. And I think when I start to solve some of the things that I've noted here, I'm going to be staring off into space too. So you guys may just not see a lot of it because if everything goes according to plan, I'll probably do a lot of that on my vacation. But yeah, totally valid. Sweb shared a line, almost done with chapter 32. I felt weak, but unfortunately I was willing to step aside while she killed them all if it meant I didn't have to raise my sword to a single one. Okay, somebody cooked on that spread. Good job, Sweb. Wow. Rachel Catherine, my brain was everywhere during that sprint, bouncing between Pinterest, eating dinner, and revisions. I lost count of my word count. No worries. That sounds productive. Just because you go between quite a few things doesn't mean you're not productive, you know? Christina said, I'm not being dramatic. I smacked and smushed random things together at the ending of that first draft. Haha, I just got to make it make sense now. Oh, okay. You got that. You're just threading it together. Or weaving it together. You totally got that. Right in the middle of their first intimate scene. Yeah, that probably really wrecked the mood. The spooky do 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 do. Oh my gosh. Ian said, I spent the whole time checking for typos. I should really get glasses. I almost changed into my glasses on that last sprint, but I was like, push through. You've got this. Yeah, messy parts have to happen to find the jewels for sure. Yeah, no worries, Rachel. I was getting tired too. This one definitely pushed me to my limit. But it was good. It was fine. I think if we had gotten a 2-hour, that would have been a doozy. But this was not too bad. Oh yes, very pro daydreaming and staring into space. Yeah, 100%. Especially if you listen to music while doing it, even better, you know? Nice. JK got some words written for their chapter. Nice. Rachel Catherine shared a last line. It's obvious that maybe we just weren't meant to be forever. Ren had this shocked look on his face. It was the same look he gave me the night I told him we'd never have a baby. This time he looked as if I had just slapped him. So you're leaving me? He asked. I shook my head in disbelief. You left me first. Oh, not that you left me first. Wow. That got me. That got me. Okay, Beth shared a line. He paused for a moment, looking into her eyes. Is this okay? He whispered, his hand still gently caressing her thigh. She nodded. Yes, she managed. It's more than okay. Ooh, girl. You really are in the middle of a spicy scene. Oh my gosh, so good. Wow, you guys killed that. I'm surprised. I'm like shocked how many of you actually stayed through this. I know. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was good. Okay. On that note, I'm trying to think if I have any housekeeping. The only housekeeping, I guess, is that I think next Tuesday is going to be my last stream before I go on vacation for 2 weeks. I will post this in a YouTube post just to confirm and give you all something to reference back, reference back to. Or reference. What am I saying? I can't even talk. Reference is the word I'm looking for. Period. But yeah, I think that's the only housekeeping. So after Tuesday, I'll be gone for 2 weeks. But I'll let y'all know when I'll be back. And we'll jump right back in. As if no time has passed, I'm sure. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love it. About to go off. Yeah, I thought it sounded great, Wheelie Gal. I thought it sounded very, like it had a very much like found family dynamic. I thought it sounded wonderful. Okay. But other than that, I think that's everything. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through this one. I genuinely do appreciate that you did not leave me hanging on this monster of a sprint. And other than that, yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday. So be brave, be a light. Remember that you're so, so loved. And I'll see you around the internet. Bye, guys.